All right, Alexa, let's take a look here. I can't tell, was this a opening shot, or is that just the one that it's... Maybe a little longer on that one. Maybe on some of these just a shade longer. So we're at 6 seconds and there was quite a lot to process. I know it because I've seen it, but maybe extended just a hair.
My name's Ryan Howell. I am the project manager for River Parks Authority overseeing Turkey Mountain Urban Wilderness. Before I started working at River Parks, I was an archaeologist.
Same with
Wilderness. Before I started working at River Parks,
that one seems just a shade quick as well.
I was an archaeologist for the federal government. Did you know that these striations are actually part of the fossil record of Turkey Mountain from 300 plus million years ago? And
that's cool.
I had a lot of weekends free, and so I actually started coming out to Turkey Mountain, I want to say about 15, 16 years ago. Instantly fell in love with the place, as most people do, and I started.
Maybe something else, like I like that. Maybe if there's a little bit, maybe look for like one of your best shots of the whole park.
Volunteering for like the cleanup days and trail maintenance days, and I literally volunteered so much they offered me a job one day. And that was about a decade ago, and I've been here so about 10 years now.
I've lived in Tulsa for
maybe a little B-roll between, so we go interview, B-roll, interview, so it doesn't hit quite so hard.
about 4 years now, and I've been coming ever since I moved here.
Maybe that between the two.
I love to hike, and I don't.
We know they're at Turkey Mountain, so you could take that part out, but I appreciate that you put that in there, like on this part. But you're right. I mean, when asking the question, that would probably be better to put it in there. But that's.
I love to hike, and I don't live that far away.
You could probably even take out the question altogether and just have him saying, "I love to hike,"
and I don't live that far away. And so it's a great place for me to be able to drive to in 10 minutes, and trail system's really extensive.
Maybe slow that down a little bit.
There's some beautiful spots back there. I just love hiking here.
What has been the biggest change you've seen since your first visit out here to now?
Well, the biggest change is that River Parks Authority has really stepped in terms of the management of the park. And we've invested something to the tune of $18 million.
You can maybe even slow that down, but
into improving Turkey Mountain. We decided to move forward what was called the Turkey Mountain Master Plan. And this was...
So there again, maybe interesting shot, but it's not really, kind of like on the Eagle Edit, what they're saying we should be seeing.
The plan that the citizens of Tulsa were going to provide the input for what they wanted to see to Turkey Mountain. So when we were developing that plan, the first thing we did before we put pen to paper was we asked the citizens of Tulsa. We had public meetings. We had 4,000 public comments submitted on the internet.
And the number one thing on there is a little something's going on. Because it goes in
public comments submitted on the internet.
So
and
look at that and see what's going on your.
One thing they told us that they wanted us to do with Turkey Mountain.
But I like that. You can maybe even hold it up a little longer because.
And the number one thing they told us is we asked the citizens of Tulsa. We had public meetings. We had 4,000 public comments submitted on the internet. And the number one thing they told us
just another
they wanted
second,
us to do with Turkey Mountain was to leave it the heck alone.
Try it's like expanding width-wise, so maybe we don't necessarily. It's okay if black's behind it. I think that's what you're worried about. In fact, you could maybe even just
told us that they wanted us to do with Turkey Mountain was to leave it the heck alone. They said Turkey Mountain is this beautiful place. I don't want you to touch it. That was about half the people said leave it the heck alone.
I don't think you
The
need
other
that
hand-
typewriter back to finish it. We get the idea. He's like, I like it as is.
Said,
That's
make
a
it
good
better.
in what you put in was good.
Turkey Mountain is full of invasive species. The trails are so eroded that they're unusable. If you were somebody
So you had a shot earlier somewhere of the trail, and they're like right in there. That might be like he's talking about the trail.
with a mobility issue, you could walk 100 feet into those woods and your day was over because you couldn't get down the trails.
I think I'm understanding the plan here with this new northwest lot, that it's going to be a little more accessible for people with different abilities. For them to be able to come out and enjoy some trails, I think is fantastic.
Again,
So I
you could
hope that I'm
probably slow
understanding that correctly. Come out and
this down
enjoy some
just a
trails,
hair.
I think is fantastic. So I hope that I'm understanding that correctly. So people that struggle maybe to do some of the other trails, walking, hiking without
I like
there's this
that.
advice. I think I'm really excited about that, opening up the possibility for different people to enjoy it as much as I do. So I hope that they're moving along
There's
with
a
me with that.
dog.
You need to make these trails more accessible. You need to add parking lots. You need to add programming like guided hikes and guided mountain bike rides and
So like this, the guided,
you need to add programming like guided hikes,
because there's like movement,
guided mountain
like maybe just a little longer.
bike rides and skills clinics to get more people outdoors.
Very, we would like to see that.
Not really. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like it the way it is. So I'm pretty happy with the old trails, new trails
That volume on the dialogue could be brought up.
kind of stuff. I think Ryan Owl's done a great job.
So we were challenged with
I was having a really hard time hearing him, but I don't think he really added anything. And the dogs maybe kind of
this
ruining your
make
shot.
it better.
I think Ryan Owl's done a great trails, new trails kind of stuff. I think Ryan Owl's done a great job.
So we were challenged with this make it better and leave it alone task. And that ended up being the Turkey Mountain Master Plan.
Okay, yeah, and you just messaged me that the ending, and I think end strong, and I think you did a great job. So just keep playing with it, take those notes into consideration, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with. This is really good. I think this is a very good job. Well done. Oh, and I'll go back and add full credit for you.